Okay, let's go through the next one here. So this one, the good news is, well, you've actually got two things to do, but the good news is you can actually get a couple of marks by itself for that one, and then the isometric is worth 3 marks. So even if you do this and you think, oh my goodness me, I literally have no idea what to do on the isometric, you could just have a go. But if you think you've completely bodged it, it's not even that many marks. So yeah, guys, my golden rule with this is just have a go. Like, even if you feel like you have no idea, just try it anyway, because you might even just get 1 mark. Okay, let's do this one first. So I'm gonna get a light grey color actually for this, and here we go. So to do the front view, now it can be helpful sometimes just to just to spend a moment just looking at this shape. So we've got the plan view up here, and then we've got the side view here. And if you remember, it's like the product is sitting in a bowl. So if I draw a bowl from the side like this, or if you're into skating or something, or maybe let's say a swimming pool. It's like the product is sitting in a swimming pool here. So and the viewer, if I draw, there's our eye looking down. The viewer is looking down on the product. So here you see the top view. If we slide the product up here, we'll then see it from a side view, whether that's left or right, depending. And it's the same this way. That would also be a side view. And if we did it up the back as well, that would be bottom. And then same at the front, it would be front. So yeah, that's really what we're looking at. So we're trying to visualize this then in terms of how's this going to look. So with this, you get 1 mark for drawing a roughly correct shape, and then 1 mark for showing what we call the hidden detail, which is the holes there. So first stage is I'm just going to draw some straight guidelines down. This is where you'll need your ruler. And if anywhere where there's a corner, I'm going to draw a line down like this, because we're trying to reflect the design down to the front. So that's what we've done from the plan view. Okay, so from the side view, I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to draw a horizontal line from the top and bottom. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to draw in now my shape. Okay, and we also see these lines here because this little face here, X, is actually this recessed face here, X there. Okay, so we've got that there. You get a mark for that. The next bit is we've got to show where is this hidden hole, or these, and from the side they look like this. There's actually 2 of them. So we start the same way. So I'm going to take the center mark there of the hole. I'm going to draw across. Then I'm going to take the bottom of the circle, and then I'm going to take the top of the circle. And I'll do the same down here as well. Now you get another mark for doing this. Probably should have chosen a lighter shade of grey, I think. Okay, there we go. And yeah, so to show a hidden line, we need to draw a dotted line here instead, like that, because it's saying that you can't see it from that front face, but it is there. There's a hole inside there, or there's like a channel running through it, so it's hidden. Okay, so then that would be 2 marks for that there. Now it's asking us to do something a bit more complex. It's asking us to do the isometric of this. So you'll notice this is only 5 marks. So guys, honestly, if it's taking you longer than 5 minutes, I would just stop and you can always come back to it. Okay, so to start an isometric, I always draw a little what we call crow's foot. So somewhere in the middle, low down on the grid, I just draw the sort of, this is the Z, let's call this the X, and then the Y is the depth there. All right, so face X here, I'm going to put on face X side here. So you can make this as long or as thin as you want. So I'm just going to draw along very roughly, so it's like that. And we need to now show, we've got to divide the face up like this. So I don't know, I'm just going to go like 2 diamonds across to do that first one there, and then I'm going to go 2 diamonds in from the other side to do this edge here. Then that divides off this central face here. Let's sort out how tall this thing's going to be. So I'm going to take it up to there. Well, that wasn't even remotely on the grid line. Let's try again. Sort of. Okay, and I'm going to go back across and then I'm going to go down like that. Okay, and then from these lines here, I'm going to draw up, there we go. Yeah, and then it sort of goes, oh no, this now I just realized what I've done. I haven't got enough space to go back on here. So this is an example of a not very well planned drawing, because when I do the Y face, you can see now if I go back, it's actually going to go off the top of the page. That's fine. You won't lose any marks because you can just go over the edge like that. Okay, now the only thing we've got to do is, you'll notice we've got this little like cut-in edge here. So basically all you've got to do is draw a cuboid. It says the general shape is correct. Now that would count as the general shape, so you get a mark for that. You then get a mark for doing the indent. So the indent is that little cut-in face I was just pointing out. I'll just go back by one grid square and then go along and then go back in there, and then we'll go down and then one diamond back into the front, and you get that. That's another mark. And then the holes, I don't know, I just picked like make another little crow's foot there and there. And then you can follow, we've got to do the same thing again with the dotted lines. So just do dotted lines going back through here like that, and then we'll do the same on there. And then to do a 3D circle, it's like a rugby ball, like that, and then you do the same thing, just very roughly. It doesn't even matter if it's not correct. You could just draw a circle if you're not sure. Okay, and then I just once I've got that correct, I'd then just go around with a thick line. Like this is where it's good to have two pencils in the exam if you can, like a thick and a thin one, or a dark and a lighter one. So it's quite nice to take in a 2B pencil if you have one, just so you can, or a black pen if you want, and you just use your black pen to do this. And then you just outline the lines that you would actually see. So that cuts off all the hidden lines. And then you just see that the lines that would actually make up the design. And guys, I can't emphasize enough how good it is if you use a ruler. Like, they really, really like that, because neat drawings are easier to mark and they're easier to interpret. So you'll save yourself a bit of like examiner strife, which usually means they're a bit more generous spirited on the marks. Okay, so something like that will get you 1, 2, 3 marks there. Okay, well done. Just have a go at something like that.